Get back to our fun weekend though.
Yeah.
This is definitely in my mind like the first weekend of probably 4 or 5 in a row where people are thinking fall, they're thinking fall foliage, they're going apple picking, maybe picking pumpkins, and so I feel like the weather is really important for the next 4 or 5 weekends. A lot of folks may be heading north this weekend.
Yep.
And again, it could be better. We could have a few less clouds, but I mean, 70 degrees and partly sunny skies.
I think the important thing is mainly dry.
Exactly.
When you can be mainly dry, that's all that matters. The conversation going into fall that I had with Jim Salgi, our fall foliage expert, he said the foliage is a backdrop to all the other amazing things that are fall.
No doubt.
And that was such a great way to put it, and that really stuck with me. Here's our average peak foliage, where we usually see peak arriving late September to early October as you go up to the north. The stem of the Green Mountains up into the Northeast Kingdom, northern New Hampshire, and then as you go into Maine. We're seeing that sort of come to fruition. Where we actually have some peak showing up as you go into even Brattleboro.
Yeah, really we'll show that. We'll show the current map in a bit, but this was more. So this information is partially from Jim Salgi as well. I mean, we had the foliage outlook was really good about say a month to 6 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden it didn't rain for like 4 weeks.
Yes.
So that has sort of brought on a little bit of a stress for some of the trees. It also was really warm in parts of for part of September. So the forecast went from amazing to it should be pretty good. And we're starting to see now some of that color coming on. What we really need is to get back to the regular fall weather. We need some of those cool, crisp nights to really bring on the good color.
What we call like the big diurnal changes, right? The 40s overnight, the 60s and 70s in the afternoon for that leaf to slowly change into the beautiful colors.
So yeah, as we can see, like some of these, the weather this time of year really does have an impact, and drought or heat stress are a few of the things that came on a little bit towards the end of August and early September. So stressed out the trees a little bit, but again, I do think for the most part this year is going to be a pretty good one. I think we have our current map coming up here.
Perfect. I love little kind of hidden gem. Saturday mornings, Brattleboro, they have a farmer's market there.
Oh, wow.
It's a phenomenal farmer's market. And then after you go there, there's a chocolate and cheese shop, and the name's escaping me, but it's right there in Brattleboro. If you're looking for a little road trip tomorrow, do it. It is going to be a great day to do so. Brattleboro is showing some pretty good color, high color in those areas. And then you can just take Interstate 91 up to the north if you really wanted to see some peak color up towards the Northeast Kingdom, northern Vermont.
That's a good suggestion.
Yeah,
Yeah, right now I think it's the highest elevations that are near peak. So you go up to the greens, the whites, even the northern crest of Maine. It's really sort of moderate to high color in most of that area, but some of the highest peaks are peaking. I think probably another 4 to 7 days and this map will be much more, there'll be much more peak going on for Vermont and New Hampshire. So maybe next weekend could be the best weekend to go up north, although this weekend not bad at all.
And it might be one of those situations that you have to look at the forecast too, because weekends turn crazy as you are driving. You'll run into traffic jams like crazy. So if there is a nice day in the extended forecast, and you might have a sick day or two, Terry, don't listen.
No. You look fine to me.
So I won't be taking any sick days, but if there is a day looking ahead, I mean, this is our forecast for the lakes and mountains. As we talked about a little earlier, the fringes of those clouds probably won't reach as deeply into the lakes, Lake Winnipesaukee, as you go into the White Mountains.
Yeah, just some high clouds. I mean, this forecast is just about as good as it gets for the last weekend of September up north. I mean, and there's really no guarantee. Like you said, you might say, oh, you know what, it's not quite peaking yet, I'll wait a week or two. Well, next weekend or the following weekend may be a windswept rainstorm.
Exactly.
If we get any sort of major storminess this time of year and a lot of the leaves fly off the trees, and you might miss out. So if you're sitting around doing nothing this weekend, I don't think driving up north would be a bad idea.
Yeah, there you go.
I think this is actually our last foliage graphic, but I just want to reiterate that the hurricane is not, we are not going to experience any of it up here, just some of the outer fringes, but we'll be certainly thinking about those folks down in Florida and certainly the folks experiencing the flooding in parts of the Appalachians.
And we're going to probably get quite a bit more information of who was impacted. We've already seen a couple of fatalities from this hurricane. The full picture has yet to be seen from this as rescuers go down there. So stay tuned to WBZ this evening at 5 and 6 o'clock. We'll have some reports from the coastline there. Enjoy the weather in the meantime.
Enjoy the weekend.